All right, greetings, salutations to everybody out there in YouTube land. Sorry about that. Had the mic button on, but hey, want to get over to you guys real quick. We got a little bit of breaking news, and this is going to come from one of the show friends, Justin Rogers. Also want to give a shout out to Hutch Jr. Hey, we've been hearing a lot from MCDC. We've heard even from Ahmed Hassanin's father in the morning show. He does come on other times. Both have been reporting that Ahmed Hassanin, hey, we get a late round pick for the Detroit Lions, had a lot of promise, a lot of motor, a lot of energy, a lot of athleticism, had a bit of an injury during the latter parts of the preseason. But you know what? Per Justin Rogers, sounds like this week or next week, the Lions are going to bring him back, get him on the field. It's just going to be a question of if it's this week or next week. We're probably all going to agree that it's good news for the Detroit Lions. The big question may be facing all Lions fans as we get Ahmed Hassanin back. Where do you put him? We talked about it in the morning show with a bunch of the Duke crew members left, right, and center. Here's what I do know. They're going to find a way. If they feel like real quickly he's one of the more athletic, more promising guys for that defensive line, stopping the run, stopping the pass, they're going to find a way to get him out on the field. They're going to find a way, whether it's a 53-man roster or the practice squad. Remember, we can protect 4 people on the practice squad. In essence, you can secure, nobody can take away 57 of your players. Could they Lions keep them on the 53? Well, as a coach, here's something I would say. Anytime you can add competition to a room and try to get more athletic, you're probably doing right by your team. Hassanin, he's missed a ton of time. You get that. I get that. How quickly can he get up to speed? Well, that's going to be where the coaching comes involved. They're going to roll the dice a little bit, in my opinion, if they keep him on the 53-man roster, which I would do. Doesn't mean that's what they will do, because in my opinion, we have a lot of guys across the defensive line who are pretty dang similar. They play similar roles. Hassanin, I think he's the most athletic overall when it comes to just like 40-yard dash time, cone drill time, and defensive end that we have outside of maybe maybe Muhammad, maybe Hutchinson. Outside of those two, he's kind of got the asterisk on him as far as somebody who can get upfield in a hurry, has some burst. You know, watching him in the preseason game, and preseason isn't the regular season. I didn't think he was bad against the run. I just don't think he was great. We all know MCDC and Kelvin Shepard, they want to stop the run first. So that's probably going to be the big question in front of him. What has he been doing? Well, he hasn't been allowed to be around the Detroit Lions a whole lot since he's not technically a part of the team. When they basically cut him from the team with the injury settlement, it was kind of a wink, wink, handshake deal. We're going to give you probably a little bit better than you would anticipate. Injury settlement. We're going to let you heal up, and then we're going to bring you back. Now, some are going to say, why would you do that? He can now, since he is a free agent, sign with anybody. My anticipation is Brad Holmes, the genius that he is, said, hey, if we do it this way, we don't have to use one of our precious few injury destination returns. So put him on the IR, bring him back. This way we can kind of circumvent that. Because one of the other situations the Lions are facing, they really were compounded by it last year, is that when enough people go on that IR, you can only bring so many back. You're not even quite halfway through the season. We know DJ Reed's going to be back pretty soon, and you guys get it. At some point, you'll run out of ammunition to throw there. All right, Duke Crow, wanted to get this video over to you real quick. Let's see what you guys have to say, and then I got to get back to work. Miles Marker is a lion and smiling about it. Payback fan, greetings, salutations. Duke Crow, always ready for any good news. Exclamation point, and I think you got some. JDC, afternoon all. Good to see you, JDC. Good news is news. You know what, just for you, just because I don't think I've given you one in a while, let's give you 1, 2, 3. And will you go, sir? Trey, sorry, I missed the morning show. So Haas is back. It's going to be this year or this week or next week. Sorry if I said year there, but this is coming from, as you guys know, Justin Rogers, who's covered the Lions for a long time with multiple different publications, runs his own informational group now. So feel free to check him out, but he's usually pretty spot on with this stuff. So I want to get over to you guys. Spencer, we are getting healthy at the right time. I would agree with that. You look at the Lions schedule. We talked about it on the morning show today. At the start of the year, I think most of us looked at that schedule and said, man, that thing just looks brutal. But now, Washington Commanders, Minnesota Vikings, let's just look at those two to start. The Vikings, we get it. Their offensive line, it was in some question. J.J. McCarthy, while he is a fan of a lot of people that live in this state, he's also more or less a rookie quarterback, hasn't got a lot of snaps. The Commanders, Jaden Daniels isn't the Daniels we saw last year. That team's going through some flux. Philadelphia, we'll see how that one shakes out. New York Giants, I think it's winnable. And then we talked about in this morning show, hey, the Green Bay Packers, that is perhaps the biggest Thanksgiving Day scheduled game in the history of the NFL, and that needs to say something. The rest of the schedule, I think you got some winnable games. You got a couple games where you're going to really get challenged, so we'll wait and see. Just where do they fit him on the team? That's going to be the million-dollar question. No way he's beating out some of the vets. We'll have to wait and see what the coaches have to say about that. Five Fingers Freddy, I like everything about this kid, but he's missed a lot of the season. He has, man. He missed the latter part of training camp, preseason games, and then obviously this far into the regular season. Robert, woo, and back at you. Marcus, nice, with some exclamation points, and Marcus is clapping. Hookadoo, I'm doing a happy dance right now. I think we all are, my friend. Good to see you, my friend. As always, silent service, cool. Hey, nothing wrong being cool. Detroit, Matt, let's go, exclamation point. Defense looking real good right now, and the one thing, I know I'll keep beating on the drum about it, he's going to give you some athleticism at that defensive end spot you just don't have anywhere else. It's no disrespect to any of the other guys, but I think outside of Hutch and Muhammad, you just don't have that burst that he can provide. Mike Pete, Lions football is I'm loving it and praying or something like that. Josh, Aiden Keys to Detroit by next week. There's been some talk about that. We did have that on the morning show. You are right on that, Josh. Miles Marca, boom, chicka boom. Don't you just love it? Hey, you got to love it. You got to love being a Lions fan, right? HH3, woo, great news for defense end rotation. Now let's go get a left tackle. I wonder if they'll do just that. Marcus, perfect for the second half of the season. Exclamation point, coach them up, get them ready for speed. Miles Mark, happy dance, hookadoo. Oh yeah, with an exclamation point. Silver Saver, Ahmed, there you go. Ken Ross, easy cut, never available to Davenport. Well, you could just leave him on the IR the rest of the year. And to be fair, when Davenport's back, he's not maybe as athletic as some of those guys I mentioned, but he's not that far behind. It's just whether or not he's ever going to be available. Hookadoo, how can they do this, though? I thought the Lions couldn't have anything to do with them until week 9. Right, once week 9's done and in the books, he can be back. King SJ, greetings, salutations from Toronto. Hopefully you're having a good time there, my friend. Always a pleasure to see you. Silent Service. We are going cornerback for a trade we don't need to trade for a defensive end. Could be that for sure. Mike P, HH3, definitely a left tackle. A lot of people are jumping on that bandwagon for sure. Pierce, I was one of the ones questioning why settlement pub list. Yeah, at the time, just to try to circumvent the rule. To be fair, as long as he resigns with the team, you've done just that. You've achieved your goal of not using when you're cut roster IR cut return designations, however you want to word that. Miles Martin, silent service in 2 weeks seems like 100%. Rob Huck, I just don't like it. I love it. Exclamation point. I'm done with it. Dan isn't cutting Davenport. It could be. You could be right there. He does seem to like Davenport. Silent service. Same old soup, just reheated. Tardy but present. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Just glad to see you as always. Don't forget to shout out your song, by the way. Pierce, silent service, I can hope. There you go, with a laughing out loud. Hookadoo. Yep, happy grit dance, Miles Margaret. Ken, Brad Holmes, work your magic and find us a quality OT or tackle. How about that? Offensive tackle. Marcus, back to work. Exclamation point. We'll see you soon. Silent service is laughing. Eddie since 83. Go left tackle now. We'll see if they can. JDC, I got wooed. Yeah, you did get wooed, my friend. Cam Robinson, says Marcus. Pierce Hookadoo, it is week 9. It is indeed. Buddy, hey, Buddy Kinko from the town so nice, they named it twice. Lions gonna win. I think you are right. Mike P, Eddie, totally agreed. Left tackle. Yeah, I know a lot of people are jumping on that one. Dell, we are getting healthy and deep. Super Bowl, here we come. I like the way you're thinking. Yeah, if we get to that Super Bowl, man, you better believe I'm going to be doing a broadcast. Silent service, I'm at lunch. Great news. Ahmed has heart. Yes, he does, man. He's got heart, athleticism, a motor. Just got to coach him up a little bit. Mike Pete, Marcus, yes, exclamation point. JDC, bring on those blankety blank bikes. You will see them rather soon with an exclamation point. Hookadoo, Doe, Pierce, laughing out loud. Hassani Manley, Ahmed once it will be in the team. He will earn everything. Yeah, I agree with you there. It'll make his space. He will do what coaches want from him, and he's a sponge smart. I believe in him. Good luck. Yeah, I agree with you. I know I did some stuff on him right before the draft and when we drafted him, and I don't see anything wrong with him other than he needs to learn a little bit more. And how do you do that? You get on the team, you get experience, you get coached up. Pierce, Hookadoo, don't worry, just DDI, JDC, happy trails, goes Lion victories. We'll see you next time. Hookadoo, Mr. Hassan, the Duke crew are going and doing a happy dance. I'm down with that. Pierce, bye DDI. Could it be? We'll find out. Giovanni Lyons the second just got in, missed it. Gotta do the rewatch. Defense end would be great. Well, now you know, man. And hey, just for those joining us, along with Giovanni, Justin Rogers, longtime Detroit Lions beat reporter, sports reporter, however you want to term him, he is saying he will be back this week or next week. pay attention, and we will see. Marcus, remember, do something mean to a Vikings fan you don't know. I'm going to leave that up to you, Marcus. The Ronan, let's flip and go! Exclamation point. I'm down with that. Egan, you must be proud, Mr. Hassan. You have to be, man, right? You got to be a happy parent at that one. Assign service to practice squad, then bring him in the roster in a few weeks. Could just do that. The Ronan, Mr. H! Exclamation point. 43. There you go. JDC Marcus, my wife is Vikings fan. She hits back. Yeah, well, may want to avoid that. Miles Marker, 5-2. Marcus, JDC laughing. The Ronan, Ahmed Hassanian. Yes, Steven, we just might go 15-2 after all goal lines. I like the way you're thinking. Ken, get him into game shape. One thing for sure, you know he's fresh. That's not wrong there. Not game worn or beat up. Definitely a promise at this time of season. Can contribute consistently. Yeah, as long as they can coach him up, teach him some technique, I think he's going to be fine. The Ronan, we're going to at least 3-1, if not 4-0 in the next 4 games. I love it. I love it indeed. JDC Marcus, I'll get in a few verbal jabs, though. There you go. Claire, Super Bowl bound. Woo! I'll go with that. Money back, boss bag, boy. There you go. Marcus, no, JDC, happy wife, happy life. Man, you ain't wrong there. All right, guys, I'll go ahead and get out of here. If there is some breaking news later today, I'll get it to you as soon as possible. And when allowed, hey, otherwise, if you would be so kind, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit all the buttons. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Do something kind for somebody you don't know. We'll see you on the next Lions Talk Live. Take care, everybody.